His last
Mario.
name is Mario.
What's
He's
his
Mario
first name?
Mario. Luigi is Luigi Mario. That's why they're the Mario brothers.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Audio Show, episode 2. Today we're gonna be talking.
I'm Dawson.
Oh yeah, I'm John.
I'm Steven.
Solid intro. Second episode, we're doing well. Today we're gonna just kind of talk about dreams. Is what we want to talk about. We talked about social media a good amount last episode, but before we get into everything, thank you to everyone who has tuned in to the podcast. It's been really neat to see. We are officially on Spotify.
Yep.
You can still check us out on YouTube, which again would be awesome if you would subscribe, because not only will we be posting the episodes, basically just audio, but once in a while we might do a video podcast, and if we decide to just like make a random video, we'll probably, of the three of us, we'll probably put it up on that channel too. So check it out.
Mm-hmm. Not sure what the video would be about, but
Super dope intro.
Super.
yeah. Okay.
Intro to us.
Intro to us. Sounds good.
Intro to us. Yeah, so
We should-
subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor Podcasts. That is the app we go through. If you don't know about Anchor, they basically are the ones that distribute the podcast for us. So if you have Anchor, follow us on there. But if not, just hit us up on Spotify. We will be on iTunes and Google, hopefully by episode 5. So how are you guys doing today?
I'm great. Steve lost the Smash tournament.
I
So
did.
Steve, tell us a little bit about what you've done today.
Today, well, I went to work at the old Chick-fil-A. That was fun. And then I went from there. I went straight to this new bar that opened up. They were having a Smash Brothers tournament, Smash Ultimate, and my brother-in-law told me about it. And so I was just like, yeah, that'd be fun. I'll do that. And so I went over there after work, and I was there a little early. It started at 6:30. They had like everything set up so that you could like practice beforehand, because I don't own a Switch and don't play the game frequently. So I played a practice match and won that and felt pretty good. And then, yeah, we played the tournament, and it was like groups of 4.
How
and
many
the
people
top
were
2.
there?
There were 16. And so you do groups of 4, top 2 move on, and then top 2, and then the top 2 of the final 4, 1v1 at the end. And so
So how'd they do top
Okay.
2? Just whoever won? Like first and second place? Like was
yeah,
it
it was 4 stock, no time limit. Omega stage only, and then no items, as anyone would do that
no power
plays
ball
the
or
game
anything?
seriously. Yeah.
Dang. So are you like a long time Super Smash Bros. Player?
Yeah, I've been playing since Melee, which was a fun
On the
game.
GameCube.
Yep.
On the GameCube. So how do you feel?
I feel good. I came in second. I haven't played Ultimate for like months, so second place. I'll take that all day. I got absolutely bodied by this one guy, and I'm totally okay with that.
we were like, we're gonna try to record the podcast tonight, and Dawson's like, I can come over whenever. And then Steve's like, I have a Smash tournament. So originally Dawson and I were thinking about recording all of episode 2, but Steve got done early enough that
Mhm.
we could have him here for episode 2. So
Yeah.
pretty
Glad
excited.
you're here.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm
Steve.
glad I'm here too. It would have sucked to miss the second episode.
Good yap for
But,
Steve.
Started off poorly.
What have you been up to, Dawson?
Not a lot. Working.
Where do you work for the people?
Oakley.
Oakley.
I sell sunglasses.
He
Mhm.
sells sunglasses, but he buys more.
I do
He
buy a
does.
lot of sunglasses.
He also sells them to his friends at a discounted price.
That is not true.
Oakley, that is not true.
Just kidding.
Corporate Oakley.
Just kidding.
Not
I
true.
bought them at full price.
Okay.
In fact, he also just gave a little extra money to help the cause.
Exactly. I was feeling
I
very
know.
generous.
What did I do today? I'm trying to remember what I did today.
Did you eat pizza?
I did eat pizza today.
Did you have Mountain Dew?
I have one in my backpack.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 1, foretold the future.
It's true. I pretty much sat around all day and drew because I didn't have to work today.
What did you
Nice.
draw?
I started like 4 different projects because I'm
Yeesh.
stupid and can't work on one project at a time.
Yeesh.
What kind of projects?
I'm doing cover
Drawing
art
ones.
for a song by Styx. Shout out Styx.
Shout out Sticks. He's dope.
He's got a single coming out. Also, I did something for his girlfriend for her beauty line product, something or other, I guess. I don't know what it is, really.
But you drew for it.
Yeah, and then I just drew a couple random things, and then I didn't finish them, so I deleted them.
You deleted them?
Yeah,
What?
Dawson
You didn't
has
just
a-
like save them and
they weren't
get back
turning.
to them?
They weren't turning out how I wanted to, so
That's
I
crazy.
just fresh restart.
Dawson has a pretty intense, work, what do they call it? Like work ideal? Work,
Ethic.
ethic. There it is. Work ethic. It's like we're recording this podcast on the day that we officially released episode 1. So we recorded episode 1 quite a while ago, like a week
Mhm.
ago.
A week ago to the day.
A week ago to the day. So Dawson had a week to get me the cover art, but instead, if you listened last week, he just randomly he decided he was gonna do this cover art. If you're watching on YouTube, it's what you're seeing right now. If you are, actually, I think SoundCloud's the only one with the banner. Anyway, but he had all week to do it, but instead Dawson stayed up till how late?
It was like 3:30 when I put the
3
pencil down.
in the morning. He texts me, and I wake up at like 6. I check my phone. I said this last week, and he was like, I just couldn't, like, I just started this and I couldn't stop. And I'm like, dude, like, you literally have a week, but he did it. So like, there's something to be said for like having that strong of a work ethic. Maybe not to the point where it overpowers your sleep,
Well, I wasn't sleeping anyways.
but you decide, yeah, pizza, pizza and Mountain Dew. But, it's pretty intense. So when looks like when you get into something, art-wise, you're all in.
Yeah, I don't
And
think.
if you're not like 100% happy with it, it goes in the garbage.
Oh yeah. If I don't like it, it goes in the garbage. But I think I've only done like one project where I spent more than a day on it, and that was animating the music video.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
speaking
that was
of
because
which,
it really would actually take a day.
we can promote this. Zay Jones, super. Well, actually, Dawson, you've known him for longer. You give us the
Give
Who's
us a
Zay?
rundown.
who's Zay?
Zay is a CHH artist, Christian hip hop artist from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I met him at church. He goes to my church. Well, I go to his church.
Well, no one owns.
'Cause he was
Neither of
there.
you own that church.
Yeah, well, he was
you
there
both
before
go
I was.
to the same church.
Yeah, we go to the same church. But he came out with this song called Side Story, and me and John got the opportunity to work with him. John shot the video, and I animated it. So that's out. It will be out tomorrow, but
yeah,
when
so
you're listening
by the time
to
you're
this,
listening to
yeah.
this, go check it out. Zay Jones, you can check him out on Spotify, YouTube. You'll obviously see the music video on YouTube, but check him out. We're hoping to have, actually, we are going to have him on the podcast
very
in
soon.
hopefully one of the next couple episodes.
Hopefully, like episode 4 or 5.
Episode 4 or 5.
Look forward to it. Our first guest.
Ooh,
first
guest.
guest.
We do have just
Dun,
an
dun, dun.
empty microphone sitting at the table.
I'm looking
right,
at it right now.
right now. I
waiting.
just have a candle sitting by it.
Soon it will be filled by someone more famous than
More
us.
famous
Yep.
than us. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna take off. I hope so, but probably not.
I think he'll take off before we do.
Yeah.
What'd you
Well-
do today, John?
Man, I'm in a health dynamics class. Sounds really fun, right?
Mhm.
It's basically
No.
like half PE. It's a college May-term class, so it's only a month long. It's basically a semester class crammed into a month. Super fun.
That is
Because I'm
fun.
actually heading out of town for work all of June and July. So my parents were like, get a job during May or do a class. So I was like, gonna do a class. And like this class is like pretty, not to diss it, but it is not the hardest thing I've ever done. It's like 2 hours every day. It's a lecture and then workout. And today it was just really nice. Sometimes we go out and we'll like rock climb with the class, really fun. But today it was just at the gym. So instead of going in the gym, because it was a beautiful day, a lot of us ran outside. But that was most of my day. Got home at like 3:30. And then for a lot of the rest of the day, I was getting the podcast account set up on the various streaming platforms.
All the work.
Miraculously, we got approved for Spotify. That's probably where you guys are listening. Good amount of you. So hello, Spotify listeners. It's pretty wild to like be able to look it up on Spotify and
Yeah,
have
that
it
is kind of
play.
crazy.
It's nuts.
Cause it's like
I'm
such
freaking
like
out.
it's an app like that I use literally like so much every day,
Every day.
and seeing us on it is so weird.
I use Apple Music, so
Yeah, Dawson doesn't even have Spotify installed, so Dawson's waiting till episode 5 or 6 when we get approved for iTunes.
heck yeah, brother.
For now, he's a YouTube man.
Yep, YouTube is my home.
Plus, he likes looking at his own artwork.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then had dinner. Had some microwave pasta with chicken. It was really pretty good. And then Dawson showed up. We hung out for about half an hour, and then Steve came.
Meandered in.
We hit record.
Well,
We talked for a little
Yeah.
bit.
We talked for a little bit.
Probably like 40 minutes.
yeah, we probably could have recorded an episode in the time that
Yeah, so we actually could have recorded an entire episode beforehand, but I digress.
But we forgot to hit the old record button,
You know,
so
we didn't forget to hit
Well,
we
you
just
just
didn't
went
want
into
to.
record.
Went into a lot more details about his Super Smash tournament, so
yeah.
if that's your thing, I'm sorry that you had to miss out. If that's not your thing, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't know. You can always learn more about video games. A lot of people have a
Yeah.
negative stigma. I personally
That's
don't
true.
have a ton of free time, and the free time I do have, I do like to put into making videos, or in this case, like figuring out podcast stuff. But I don't mind sitting down playing a game of like Battlefield 1. That's still my jam. I know we got 5 out, but I love 1.
You're a Battlefield player?
I'm a Battlefield player.
Yikes.
Here's the thing. So I have Call of Duty. I got
We
Black
gotta-
Ops.
We got a League player, a Call of Duty player, and a Battlefield player.
This is
What is
yikes.
this?
This is yikes. No, okay, so here's the reason I play Battlefield, right? Call of Duty, I go online, I get completely destroyed, and I don't have a good day. All right? If I play that, I'm just not having fun. So it's a little too fast-paced, and everyone's a little too good. So in Battlefield, you can just be a sniper. You can just chill, and you can just play the game at a leisurely, slow pace. It's great for me because I have no game skill.
I snipe
That's
in
true.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, but like it's just.
He's a sniper like a submachine gun.
It sounds like a line in a song. He
more like-
was a sniper like a submachine gun.
Machine Gun Kelly.
He's shooting bullets. If you look at him funny, you'll get one. You'll eat one.
Bars.
John's wearing a blue bandana, by the way. He
That
obviously-
automatically makes me
blue
a
bandana,
rapper.
red shirt.
Yeesh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Moving on.
That's why Dawson's in black, because he knows what's up.
I neutral everything out.
Yep.
Good job. You're like a balancing force.
Goodness, hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait
What's
a
up?
minute.
Um,
We're panicking. Dawson.
No, we're not panicking.
Dawson just hit the brakes.
Oh,
What? Oh, you're checking the color
so
scheme.
close.
We almost.
You guys are switched.
Literally.
I have green.
We're almost matching. If you're watching on YouTube, the cover art, you can see the blankets sitting on the logs.
John and Steve are switched color-wise.
we're almost identical to like Steve's wearing red, I'm wearing blue,
Yep.
and Dawson's wearing green.
I feel like I don't even own much blue. Like, I have a blue hoodie.
What's what you
But-
are, Steve? It's because you didn't have Instagram. You
You have a blue
That's true.
headset.
I do. that doesn't really work.
Yo,
but-
okay. We were thinking about
But also a
talking
different
about,
blue headset that does work.
We were thinking about talking about dreams, but I kind of just like where this conversation is going. This is good. Video games.
let's
What
just
are
kick it
are
on.
fun?
what I don't want to like get like super like just like weird like nerd into it, but I want to talk about just like cuz there is like a very negative stigma, not universally, but a good amount of negative stigma against video games. Especially you see it coming up in politics a lot. It's just like, why are these kids so violent? It must be because of the video games. I'm just
It is.
interested,
It
to like
is.
talk about that and like hear about it and like what do you guys think about video games and like we're getting like kids like when you see like little kids playing video games like 7-year-olds playing Call of Duty like what
Well, video games have changed so much.
Yeah.
Like it used to be like you play Call of Duty, you play League, anything like that. Now it's like 90% of the population plays battle royale games,
Mhm.
and like that's
Yeah, most
it's just
I
way
won't say
different.
most
any
genres have
names,
gone away.
but fork knife
Fork knife,
pug B
Pugby.
yeah Z2H3 yeah
I
I
have
don't.
no idea what those games are.
Are we just not allowed to say the names
We don't
of
want to give them
games?
any
or?
promos. We don't want to
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like
advertise
there's
those games.
talking about negative stigma, I feel like we have a negative stigma towards them.
I
Battle
mean,
royale
yeah.
games are just, I don't know.
They're really fun when you first play them, and then they like
And then you get
old.
frustrated.
unless you're like just incredible at them, they get stale pretty quick. Like when a game first comes out, it's like really fun. Like when the
Fork
popular
knife.
game of Fork Knife
Yeah, fork knife.
came out, like we were some of the first people that played it, and it was super fun because everybody sucked, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
You play it nowadays, if you're not like
Perfect.
if you're not God tier, you're
just
dead.
dead, and it's like, oh, you don't even have a chance to win. Good luck.
Yep.
For a little backstory on everyone's experience with video games, I'm gonna assume I'm like the least
That's a good
into
assumption.
this. Yeah,
That's a very good assumption.
like I said earlier, just like in free time kind of it's nothing I have against video games, and I do play every so often, but I've just leaned towards other things in my free time. But like when I was little, you can't even comprehend how much I like played like Lego Star Wars.
I can comprehend it.
Yeah, I can too.
It was pretty intense. I think I have every like not the new ones, there's like some online ones, but all the old Lego games. That was the bomb. Started getting into like amusement parks and roller coasters. Got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Mhm.
I've probably
Good game.
logged more hours on that game than I've slept.
Probably not, but
Probably not.
we get your point
I
for
think
sure.
I've logged the most hours in Black Ops 2 by
Black
far.
Ops 2. I have the most hours in Civilization 5.
There you go.
Oh man,
He
Age
plays
of
that
Empires.
game. That's a good game
Age
too.
of Empires 3 I played so much with my brother. We would just set up a LAN game and we would just
Steve,
Yeah.
how many hours do you have in Civ 5?
I think Steam,
oh no.
if it's correct.
Oh no. If
I know that some of the hours are accounted for just the game sitting idle open.
Steve.
But
okay.
according to Steam, I think I have like over
parents
900
cover your kids.
like over 900 hours in the game.
900
Which is
hours.
100
nuts.
hours, dude.
It's just
That's
like you could like master something in that time.
I think when I played
like a martial art.
Black Ops 2, I think my in-game play time was at just around 1,200 hours.
Okay, so Steve, 900 hours, that's 37 and a half days
Yeah.
entirely. That's over a month of one game. Like, literally.
Which is weird because like I still enjoy that game, but if you compare that to like League of Legends, and I have like much less time in that, like probably like 12 days less in League of Legends, but just the soul crushing ability is unparalleled. I have never played a game where when you lose in real life too.
Man.
I don't know. We played for the king.
Okay, that was that. Yeah, that losing after a 13-hour campaign.
Playing it straight.
Okay,
13 hours.
20
Sucks.
minutes in. 20 minutes into the podcast, I feel like we might be losing some of the less video game nerdy type.
That's
I
fine. If
like
Now
they
that's a
care,
bad thing, but
they
I was
care,
kinda-
they'll
I
stick
kinda-
around.
I kind of want to talk about just like video games in the broader sense. Like what do you when
Well,
you hear people like always just like almost like just blaming video games for like anything bad in our generation.
when
What do you
Steve
think?
played League, like hardcore played League, and CS:GO and all that, his reaction times playing
Were
like card
nuts.
games were just stupid. Like you would never play card games with him because like if you played like Slapjack or something, it'd be like, well, we're gonna lose.
Dawson just dropped this Pepsi
It
can.
was just unreal.
Well, it's because you have to be competitive and timing.
Yeah, but like your hand would just like move so fast, like the card would disappear. You'd be like, wait, what happened?
Excuse me, there must have been lag.
Well, at one point, according to my physics class in high school, we did like experiments to see our reaction time. I had a 0.13 second reaction time. So that's pretty fast.
Ridiculous.
It has since gone down significantly, but
Have you ever thought about going pro?
no.
Card player.
I am not nearly good enough at anything to go pro.
I don't see how video games can be titled as bad when people play poker,
That's
Ooh.
true.
because that's gambling.
I think okay, so
But
that's
so-
definitely a way to look at it. I think a lot of people blame it on like almost like the violent tendencies, you know, like you see like kids doing violent
Mhm.
stuff and they're just like, well, if they didn't play these games where they're shooting people and like just being violent, then they wouldn't in real life. Like, what do you think when you hear that?
I think violent video games are a way to take
Stress out?
violence out, like not in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
This-
instead
this
of punching
could-
a wall, you go shoot a wall.
This could be
in
taken a
Black
certain
Ops.
way, but just like, yeah, I agree. I think everyone has their own kind of stress reliever. Some people it's like exercise. Some people, like if I'm having not a great day, like fresh air helps me. Exercise helps me. If I don't exercise, I probably would be like gonna punch a wall, kind of thing. You know, because like sometimes you just So I like get fresh air and exercise, but I could totally see another just like way to cool down to like
Yeah.
go into video games.
Go into the basement, play a chill game,
Yeah.
play some
It's a good time.
Overcooked,
Overcooked
So you don't think
or
that
Minecraft or something.
Minecraft.
Ooh.
Minecraft is fun.
You don't think that like violent video games contribute?
I think they don't help, but I don't know.
I think it's almost a person to person thing.
Yeah.
Like
I also
if-
think you can get mad at a game, and that would be the reason.
Yeah.
Steve talking about soul crushing.
But I mean, you can get mad at anything.
Yeah.
It's just another thing to get mad at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got you. I'm kind of I don't know exactly where I fall. Just on like the whole idea of like the influence of video games, because obviously media does have a level of influence. Like hence, you see a lot of stuff, and then like people say media reflects like culture, but it also can go the other way. Culture reflects media, kind of thing. Like media does have a way of shaping it. Movies, headlines, etc. I do feel like video games do have a little bit of that. But I feel like it's like anything. It can, if you take it too seriously and maybe you're like spending a lot more time playing video games than you know is healthy, that can start affecting your brain. You might start thinking in like a not normal way,
Mm-hmm.
maybe with violent tendencies. But I feel like with anything, it can be a good thing. It can be a fun way to, play with friends, hang out with friends. It can be just a fun thing to do, a fun hobby. But just like anything, too much, there is a level, there's a limit.
Yeah. I'd say if, like, in regards to, like, kids playing video games, I would say that there definitely should be a limit. Like, you have to, like, live in the world. You have to build imagination by not always being stimulated by something. You have to be able to come up with things on your own and see things in unique ways, which is bad for video games because you constantly have that just stimulation and you don't have to think about anything else. You can just think about that. But if you were, at home and you had nothing to do, then you'd do what a lot of times we did, like I did as a kid, with just like me and like my sister and anyone. We would just like jump on the tramp for like 3 hours, like,
Get
and
them
then like
legs
make
burning.
make up this stupid game, and then we
Yeah,
would just
dude.
like have this imaginary world, and the whole time we're just like jumping in circles on the trampoline, and we're just like pretending that we're in this fantasy,
Yeah.
but we have to build it
In your own
in
mind.
your own mind, it's not built for you on
Yeah.
a screen.
I totally agree with that. We brushed on that a little bit last week, like just about like how we're almost in a culture where you can't be bored, where you have to be doing something. And like you said, a lot of
Mhm.
times where we would use our imagination today is like filled up with smartphones or video games, whatever. But I do think a very interesting thing that kind of makes me not be sure where I'm on about video games is like Dawson said, they're changing. Not necessarily like genre based, but also just the way we interact almost. Like
Mhm.
now, like back in the day, it would literally be like me and like my brother or my dad playing like Lego Star Wars on the same keyboard on a computer. You know, you literally were there with people. Or if you played like Call of Duty or Halo together, it was always like split screen, and you're just all
Mhm.
piled on a couch, and it was like you're really there with your friends. Nowadays, it's all just like you can still play with friends, but it's all online, and like you're not with each other in real life. And like
Mhm.
playing Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros. Like on the Wii with 4 people it was like a hangout. It was
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like they're obviously it's still somewhat of a social activity, like if you do it online with friends, but it's taken away a bit of that almost charm, like that I kind of like have the fondest memories, not because of like the specific games I'm playing or what I was doing, but because of like we were like everyone getting mad about Rainbow Road.
Yeah, you can't slug
Yeah.
someone in the shoulder. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Just someone yelling, "Don't screen peek."
Someone kills you with a magnum and you just go over and hit them in the shoulder.
Yeah, just
You're
allows
mad
you
'cause you're
to.
bad.
you can talk a lot more crap when you're talking through a mic than you
Yeah.
can
In person.
in person. Like to your big brother, if you beat him, you're not gonna talk crap.
You'd be like, oh, I didn't know I won
they get
that.
hit.
I didn't.
But if
Didn't
you're
mean to. Hey, it was an accident.
but if you're playing online and you beat somebody, then you just talk crap because there's no consequences.
So I agree.
Well,
that-
most of the time.
Most of the time, I mean, sometimes you hear stories of
FBI, open up!
stuff like that, like just
So loud.
yeah, that was too loud. But yeah, there's no consequences for being a smart mouth,
Yeah, I think that's like kind of like one of the things. Like we said, video games can be kind of like a way to get, stress out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it also can be like almost an unhealthy way, like a normal kid like growing up in a good family who has good social skills like goes on video games and just screams at everybody. Or it's like something it can almost teach you like cuz definitely not in all games, but like from what I've experienced going on to online games, it can be a very toxic atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that can train like I don't know, like when you have little kids playing that's almost like where they're going to learn a lot of their
Their
vocabulary
language.
and
Yeah.
their mannerisms and how they treat
Social
others.
skills.
And that is
Social
not
skills.
a phenomenal
Not
place to
a
do
good
that.
place to learn that. I would not want my kid to learn his social skills from the endgame lobby of League of Legends. That would yikes.
Yikes.
Or even in the game or before the game. It's just don't.
Yeah, so I would just say to conclude, we've talked for half an hour about video games and really come to no decisive anything. But just like take it.
It's all opinion based and who you are, really.
Yeah, I'm not one to tell you what to do based on video games, but just take like anything. Approach it with caution and just know that there is too much of everything. You can do, just
Mm-hmm.
it can be fun,
Yeah.
And just like even water, you can have too much.
Hmm.
Learn that in health die.
I just realized, so tomorrow, Dawson, you're getting your tattoo, right?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, okay.
If you
'Cause
listen to episode 1.
I don't think I took that off. That's gonna be a problem.
Ooh, I was listening to
Bummer.
episode 1 today while I was editing it, and you said I don't have that on or they haven't scheduled me, so I'll just ask for it off.
Oof, I did.
Ooh. Should we talk about commitments and failures to me?
Yeah, we can talk
Can you get
about
Chance
that.
to cover it? Wait.
No, I actually did
Wait.
see Chance
You
yesterday. Yeah, I saw Chance and Tan, who I haven't
Wow.
seen Tan in forever.
Yo, so
It's kind of weird.
I kind of want to talk about what can you tell us about Chick-fil-A?
What can I tell you about Chick-fil-A?
What's it like? Because like what we see on
This
the
is where you
outside
get swatted.
is a phenomenal. Like as far as not even just the food. The food is incredible, by the way. But even not, it's just like the experience. It's like the Apple stores of fast food. Their customer service is incredible.
I wouldn't say Apple's customer service is good.
I agree with that. They're very nice stores. They're very simple.
They look
and
nice.
Clean stores. I'd say they have pretty good.
I
do
don't
look
like
very
Chick-fil-A.
nice. You don't like Chick-fil-A?
I like Wendy's. I'm a big Wendy's man.
Wow. I
Do
kind
not
of
like Chick-fil-A.
categorize them different. In my mind, you got your base level fast food. That's like your Arby's, Wendy's, McDonald's. Just the regular run-of-the-mill. You could find them in any town.
Taco Bell.
And then you got to step up, which I'd say is Taco Bell, Subway.
Step up is Taco Bell?
Yeah, I would say Taco Bell and Subway is a step up. Me personally,
Really?
I just feel
Okay.
like maybe it's just like a mental thing. Like when I'm having a lot of lettuce and something, I feel like it's better. The calorie count could be higher, but I feel like I'm eating healthy. And I'd say Chick-fil-A is kind of like on that next level. And yeah. So
Yeah.
so what's it like, Steve, being on the inside, being the inside man?
Taco Bell's a step up.
That's crazy.
Okay,
I would
maybe
consider Taco Bell like bottom
All
tier,
right.
Taco
but like
Bell's
a good
you're
bottom
driving
tier.
home at 2 a.m. and
Yeah.
need food.
And like driving home at like 11:30, and you're like, dang, I haven't eaten since like 2 o'clock.
Better quick go smash
I'm
12
gonna
tacos.
Go grab a couple burritos on the way home. Like that's Taco Bell.
That's fair. All right, we
or
can
like-
put that bottom level then.
Or like
Bottom. Okay, maybe another
yeah.
level down. Maybe it's in the basement.
There's like
no,
I
I wouldn't say bad. It's still
Taco
good,
Bell. Then there's like
Empty level, empty level.
a food cart.
The fair,
Then there's the fair.
like the elephant
and
ears.
there's a food truck. And then you get into like the McDonald's stuff, but Taco Bell is not.
Okay, well, I very much like Taco Bell.
I must not go
I'm-
there a
Me
lot.
personally,
I'm a fan of Taco Bell,
I
but
do
like
love Taco Bell.
I wouldn't like
boys.
say proudly like, yeah, I went to Taco Bell today. I'd be like,
Oh shoot,
yeah, I went to Taco Bell today.
yeah. So maybe don't bad talk Taco Bell. We're still trying to figure out
Sponsor.
sponsors. So anyway,
Sponsorships.
with that being said,
I don't want Taco Bell sponsoring
that
us.
being said, we're gonna take a quick. Let's try that again. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a second. All right, welcome back. Talking about fast food, Taco Bell specifically. Actually, not Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A. We were just kind of using Taco Bell as a reference. So, Steve,
Yeah.
what's it like?
What's it like to work at Chick-fil-A? Well, it depends. I have worked at 2 Chick-fil-A's, and one is significantly better than the other as far as the working there aspect. And that's the current one I work at, because although the other one did have its pros because it was crazy busy, so like you were always doing something like and like doing multiple jobs at once. You wouldn't have long periods where you're just kind of standing there. I don't think I've ever had a job where you just kind of stand there and wait for something to happen.
Work
Like,
smarter, not harder. Come on, man.
So what's the like dynamic like? Because it seems like a very welcoming, like as far as fast food places go.
Yeah. Well,
You see a lot of smiles.
you're trained to be happy, you know? Like you wouldn't
So it ain't real happiness. It's
Train
a lot
me.
of- Can someone train Chick-fil-A? Please adopt Dawson.
Well, they have like 4 core principles or whatever. I forget what they are. It's like make eye contact, smile.
How do you make eye contact when you're like at when you're at the drive-through and you're the one on the radio?
You just stare them down when they're coming in.
You just have your
You
head out
stare
the
'em
window
down
looking down at the car.
You stare at the monitor because it obviously there's a camera that shows all the cars that are coming.
Chick-fil-A,
and
give
then
this
you
man
just,
a
like,
raise.
You stare in through their windshield and try to find their eyes and just stare them down.
Somebody tell Steve that like when you like FaceTime, when you look into your screen at someone's eyes, it's not like you're just staring deep. Okay. Chick-fil-A, give him a raise.
Not likely, but
You got to work for your raise, Steve. Get that manager position.
I think I'm working pretty well.
What's your favorite part about working there?
My favorite part about working there?
Yeah.
It's nice to be nice, I guess. Like, it's weird to say.
It's like almost an environment that like makes you be happy.
Yeah. Like, it's a good environment to, like, I don't know. They say that the more you smile, the happier you are or whatever. So even if it's like fake smiling, then like it still can make you happy. Like if I was just like frowning all day, like I'd probably be mad. But when you have to be excited and happy to every single guest, then it kind of just brings your attitude up, and it's enjoyable.
We were kind of studying that in my health dye class. I kind of want to have my professor on. Maybe I will one time. He's really cool. But we were talking about like almost like faking, like if you're like feeling down kind of thing, almost like doing things that you would do if you were happy, even if you don't want to. Like maybe you're down and it's like, oh, I don't want to jog. That doesn't sound fun. And then you do. It almost like forces you to be happy. It's like if you're not happy and you force yourself to smile for a little bit, it like starts to happen. Like you start to get happy. So from what you're saying, it's kind of like that atmosphere almost like forces you to be happy, and in turn like just kind of makes you.
Yeah. So the atmosphere of like working there is positive. Like you.
I'm positive.
Nobody's.
I want that spicy ranch or spicy chicken deluxe.
Nobody's like cruel and unusual to each other. Like.
Cruel and unusual.
I don't know. I heard what you and Chance did while you were working. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, we did it in good spirit, but
I don't know if we could talk about what he's talking about, but
we did some clown stuff.
Yeah,
That's okay.
It's just fun.
But we'd get there at 5:30 a.m. and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
it's just banter. Friendly banter.
Yeah, we would like meme on each other. Like if one of us was bagging and one of us was doing the headset, we would. Like when they come through, you take their name down so that when they get to the window, you can like say their name, because when someone like says your name,
so nice.
Like it makes you happier or something.
Is that true? Because sometimes I feel
that's
like
what
when I go
Jackson said.
somewhere and they say my name, and it's like, you don't know me. I'm not actually like
people have
scared of
done
the
that.
government.
Like
I don't know.
like
it's,
one
it's a
time, I
very
literally got cussed out because I asked for
at
this one.
Chick-fil-A, the
Yeah.
Lord's holy ground.
I asked for this lady's name, and then she just flipped it, and I was just taken aback. I can't imagine what she must have gone through that day to
Yeah, I've had
to-
stuff like that.
to make her do that. But
So you were memeing it out. You were
Oh, we
writing
would-
down names.
just like random memes.
Just people would put weird
write a
names
name.
and stuff.
That was not their name, or
Jaquez.
like if they had an S in their name, you would put it as like a TH when you write their name down.
Thera.
So yeah. So then the person at the window, when they would say their name, they would say it with a TH, so it sounded like they have a lisp. Like you got my friend Elizabeth many times with that.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Did
That's
no one
funny.
think about that? Like maybe this isn't an actual name, Elizabeth.
Well, like the orders are coming through so fast, you're just kind of
Yeah,
like
you're just
pumping
kinda
them out, and then
Man,
you just say it without thinking about
that's
it, and you're
tough,
like, man,
dude. Being named Theft.
get pranked.
Yeah, for our warranties at Oakley, like we have to type in like names and stuff too.
Mhm.
And we have some people that'll just randomly give us like weird names, and it's always just
Mhm.
like, well, that's not your real name, but okay.
Yeah, like you can literally give any name you want. Like
It's
if you
like-
go to Chick-fil-A, you're not entitled. Like, you don't have to be like, yes, this is my name.
There's no like
that's it.
verification. You
Yeah.
have to show them your ID. This
We're
is
not-
me. It's my food.
We're not
I
taking
swear.
your ID. We're not taking your social. We're just something we can call you at the window.
Well,
Like,
Steve
that's
might
it.
take your soch, but that has nothing to
That's-
do with
yeah.
corporate Chick-fil-A.
That's just his
Yeah.
dark web
Yeah.
persona, but
Yeah.
we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that.
Anyway, good times at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a good
I
work
feel like
environment if you're
we-
good at acting.
Oh jeez, we talked about that for long enough. I might throw Chick-fil-A in the title.
Good.
Who knows?
Great place.
Anyway,
Great
so
food.
we got a bit left.
Quite a
We're
bit.
40 minutes in.
Already
Um,
40 minutes in?
Yeah.
My
Actu-
timer, because I started it late, says 28 minutes.
Yeah,
so
I have the. I
have
just
the
realized
official
on the
timer?
recording it actually says we're 42 minutes 22 seconds. So if that time doesn't match the time you're listening to, that means we cut a few things.
Well, we had that break. That
Oh, we did
Yeah,
have
we had a
the
commercial
so-
break.
The commercial break in the middle. So yeah, that's gonna throw off the time. Anyway, I kind of wanted to talk. We've just kind of been talking, just random conversation. I'm down with that. I'm good with
Yep.
that. Like part of the idea for this podcast, like we talked about last week, is just to have a conversation.
Yeah, people got to get to know us too.
Pretty cool
well,
stuff.
we can do favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Favorites.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
people
cut
can
the
get
part.
to know us.
I'm gonna cut the part at the beginning where I said, "Wait, never mind. Why am I even saying this is cut?"
The thing that was already cut.
I think that
Okay,
was already
so-
cut.
So Steve,
You'll never hear it.
It definitely was
I'm
about
so-
dreams and
I'm
aspirations.
So new to this. Oh my gosh. Okay, dreams. Tune in next episode. Oh, we can just talk about the next episode for dreams and aspirations.
You could.
Let's
Okay,
do
anyway,
favorites.
Favorite, Steve. It was your
No,
idea.
John, what is your favorite? Let's think about this. What's your favorite?
Let's just start basic. What's
You
your
went
favorite? What's
so,
your favorite
like-
color, John?
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is actually the one you're wearing right now. Oh shoot, my favorite color, if you're watching this on YouTube, is my blanket color. Sitting on the log.
Red.
Oh yeah.
Dawson's the one who made
was
the
look-
art.
I was
We're-
looking
hold
around
on,
the
hold on,
room.
one second, one
Confused.
second. To give you an idea, to paint a picture for you, this is in my room. The studio's in my room. We're sitting at two tables crammed into the corner with the microphones. I have two beds set up because, like, I live here. This is my room. And I have my dresser and nightstand. And I say, if you're watching on YouTube, it's my favorite color is the same color as my blanket. I was referring to the artwork that Dawson painted or that he drew. Literally, I say that, and Dawson just starts looking
Started
around my
looking around
room
for
at
the
my beds, and he's
blanket.
like, "Where is there a red blanket, John? You're colorblind." It's like, Dawson, you were the one who made that art.
It's not my fault.
Oh,
So why is red your favorite
why is
color?
red my favorite? I don't know. It just kind of stands out to me. It's I've always liked just like fire's pretty neat. I like if I was to go with favorite color combo. it would
Are you
be
a
like,
pyrotechnic?
okay,
Fire's
that
pretty
comes
neat.
out certain way. Guys, I mean like okay, all right.
He does have a candle sitting
I
next
do
to
have a
him.
flaming
Yes.
candle, completely just
Yikes.
engulfed in flame.
No, red actually is one of the best motivating colors.
Red
Like
is a
if you-
motivating color.
If you wear red, like running or biking or anything, you'll do better. Like, that's
However,
a proven fact.
I
Really?
love red.
Yep.
My car is red. The most likely color of car to get pulled over is red. So I kind of like.
Want a different car?
No. I definitely love my car. God bless my car.
Got a wrap?
Get a wrap. No.
He likes stick.
I like stick. Check out my YouTube channel. Shameless plug. But
That is manual. If like,
Yeah.
that's what we're
Manual.
talking about. Is
Manual.
he likes driving manuals.
Dawson drives a manual as well.
I do.
Steve.
I do not.
I've never owned a car that
Yeesh.
was an automatic.
Same, but
Maybe
I'm on
my
my
next
first
car will be manual, just so I can
Ooh.
learn.
I'll teach you how to drive a manual.
It's really fun. It's
Well,
really fun.
If it's like anything else you've tried to teach me, it won't go very well.
It's always an adventure because, like, I taught my girlfriend how to drive a manual a couple weeks ago. It was a very interesting experience.
It must have
uh,
sucked.
No, driving. Whoa, hey, easy.
Nothing against
she's
her.
great.
Teaching
Whoa,
manual is just the
Steve.
worst.
It's not
Steve,
that
easy.
hard. It's
Yeah.
just a clutch.
No, she was phenomenal. She was phenomenal in the parking
Seemed
lot. We
kinda
were going
biased.
through it, got down the stuff, and we started driving home. She was driving on the roads, and I was like, "You got this. You're doing great." And it was fine until like the stress started setting in that we were in back roads, but we hit a corner, and then there were two cars behind us, and it was at a stop sign on a busy road, and she had to turn onto it.
Ooh.
So stress set in.
Yikes.
Little
Stalled it
skirt
out.
on the tires.
Oh.
But we made it home safe
She
and
didn't
sound.
stall it. She floored it.
Yeah, dude. No, she was just very eager to. I don't want to diss you. I love you. You're great.
Yikes.
But it was an exciting
Yikes.
drive home. It was an exciting drive home.
Seems kind of a biased view.
I
but
do think that Steve, you should.
learn to drive a manual.
I think you should.
It's a good life skill. There's
That
not a lot
is
of people
a-
that drive
That's
manuals
true.
anymore, too.
Yeah,
But,
it's-
like,
it's a good
it's
way
an
to make
anti-theft
sure.
system.
Yeah, make sure your car doesn't get stolen. Because chances are they won't know how to drive it
think it's
or
like-
start it.
I think they did something. It's like 19% of people know how to drive a manual.
Dang, that's actually higher than I would have thought. I think. I bet for our generation,
Oh, for our generation, it's,
2.
probably like 2%. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one. I don't know.
Steve, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food.
No, what's your favorite color?
Yeah, I was like, we kind of just.
Wait, are we going all around? For
Yeah,
each-
we're going all
okay,
around.
All right. Steve, what's your favorite color?
Favorite color would be green, like a dark green,
Ooh.
like
Like the color of
Like,
Dawson's
Dawson.
Should have gone
blanket.
counterclockwise.
but yeah. Seeing as I was born first, I'll take that.
Yeah, fair
And-
enough.
Yeah, just like a dark green, like
Like an
I
olive
think
green.
Celtic green. No,
Olive
Celtic.
green.
I don't like.
green.
Like
I
a
don't
dark
like-
brush.
No, I think olive
think-
is more like brownish, right?
I think you like
Yeah.
a dark
It
brush.
kind of almost has like a gray. It's like gray
Yeah,
and brown.
I don't like that. Just like a really, really deep, dark.
like a pine.
Like a deep,
Like a
yeah,
pine.
like
like a
that,
pine.
like
Yeah.
that, yeah, like a pine.
Yeah, that's my favorite kind of green, just 'cause I love.
It's
I
kinda
love
mellow.
nature and being chill, and yeah, I did some projects in high school about like Celtic peoples and stuff, and that's when I determined that my favorite color was green,
See,
and I've
I'm
stuck
like-
to it.
I like red
Like something like
because
that.
I looked at red. I look at the color red, and I'm like,
That's
but like darker.
I like red.
more
green.
more saturated.
Yeah.
Okay, for the people who can't see what you're doing, which is everybody, Dawson showed him a picture of I don't know what.
Just a color.
A
It's
color.
just a color swap.
Yeah, that was a very deep answer to the favorite color question. I like red because I look at red. I'm like, I like that. Dawson,
This is not fair.
favorite color.
Favorite color.
Black.
Black on black on black.
I will say black, and everybody that's like, oh, black is just all the colors together. Well, it's still technically a color.
Just because you got Superman ice cream and it's a combination of a lot of ice creams doesn't mean it's not its own
Yeah.
ice cream.
See?
I think it's
Knowledge.
actually Scooperman, but
Scooperman.
Well, you can get Superman.
I think
Yeah, that's just a Hudsonville ice cream thing.
yeah.
Hudsonville ice cream is
They
the
didn't want to have
Scooperman?
to go through the
Okay.
copyright nightmare.
Yeah.
I guess I've only ever had Scooperman, not
Yeah.
Superman.
Just like we
You know, I'd say
fork knife.
Yeah. I'd say black is my favorite color, but the colors that I do wear are red and like olive dark green. So
Yeah, he's wearing black. He's wearing a
I'm
black
wearing
shirt
black
with
and
dark
green.
green on it right
Mhm.
now.
black shirt, black shorts, black hat, black glasses,
yeah, that's
red
just,
backpack,
Black earrings,
It's just Dawson.
black tattoo.
black. Well, yeah, of course.
If you know
red
Dawson,
skin.
you know that hey, he's probably gonna show up in black.
That's true.
Black. Okay, Steve. Favorite food.
Favorite food would
Shoot.
probably gonna have to say spaghetti.
We did this last time.
Yeah,
Did we do
We
favorite
did a-
food?
We did do
We
favorite
did do
food.
favorite
We did
food. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, because it was pizza and I said cereal.
And then
Okay.
he said spaghetti, and I said nobody touches.
No, but
spaghetti.
somebody
Yeah.
touched him. Okay. What's no, Steve, come up with a question.
Yeah, what's a favorite of something that you want to know?
Because Steve was the one with the idea to do favorites.
Yeah. Let's do. What is your favorite season?
Fall.
I'd say summer.
I'll send it to Dawson. Why is fall your favorite? And it's autumn.
He said, okay, to be fair, Dawson
We'll
said
go with
fall,
fall.
and then looked at me
it's
like,
fall
next.
because it's in between summer and autumn. That's fall.
It's fall because the leaves,
leaves
fall down.
No.
Wait, hold. We call it
No.
autumn because of the beautiful or the colors.
No.
We call it fall because the leaves fall.
I like fall.
Why do you
I
like
like-
fall?
I like fall. I like Michigan's fall.
That's true. Michigan's fall is dope.
'Cause you get all the trees and all the different colors with all the maple trees.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a good temperature where you can be in short sleeve and shorts in the daytime and then hoodie and joggers at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
I
nice.
very much enjoy it.
And it's good
Also, my
for-
birthday is in the fall.
That's true. I think, yeah, me and Dawson are fall. Are you spring?
I mean, here's
His
the
birthday
thing.
was May 2nd.
I'm kinda
2001.
Oh, jeez. All right, that's some episode 1 stuff. That's my episode 1. I like spring. This is tough. It's either spring or summer. I like the temperature. I always forget how, like, I don't know. I'm a very positive person, I would say, but I forget how much that warm weather and like sunshine helps my mood and just like my personality. So like right now, like last month, it was just still like gloomy April, like still mushy, and then like the sun starts coming out. It's getting warm this month. I've just been like, wow, I love this. And then seeing like the green appear. So I'll say spring.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah.
Swinter.
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 Phineas
The
and Ferb.
only reason
Boom.
I ever would say winter is because I love snowboarding. I think
No.
snow's cool and it's
No,
often pretty.
this isn't just winter.
But it's
It's
This is
swinter.
swinter.
Explain swinter.
This
to
is
us.
summer and winter
Yeah.
combined.
That's like no.
So you snowboard
In bathing shorts.
in bathing shorts.
I forget the lyrics to
Bathing
the song.
shorts? A
I-
swimsuit.
Let me put
I
the
don't
bathing
know.
shorts
So you
in the car's
snowboard.
boot and let me drive or go to
Like-
the supermarket and push around a trolley.
Like, think about this. You could be
I'm not racist.
you could be snowboarding, but like it's like a snowboard wakeboard hybrid. So you snowboard down
I've
and
seen
then you
that.
go onto the water
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And have you ever
in like 70-degree water.
seen like dune boarding?
What's better than that? Yeah, but that's
Dune boarding,
hard.
Snowboard
And
on
that doesn't work a lot.
dunes. I've seen videos. I've never tried it. It looks hard and painful.
But like thinking about that, like you could snowboard and then get to the bottom and boom,
Mhm.
snow cone.
Yeah.
Boom.
That's one thing
Imagine eating a snow cone after snowboarding.
I
And
love
not
that
being
episode.
cold.
That's
a good episode.
snowception
Phineas and
right there.
Ferb, that episode, like that was one thing I've thought about many, many times. Like, man, that would just be
It'd be
the best
so
thing.
cool.
It's the best of both worlds. You get the warm in the sun, and then you also get to go snowboarding. It's
Yeah.
like nuts.
It's so cool. But in reality, fall definitely.
Yeah.
But in a different world, it's winter by far, 100%.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do one more favor and then move on to questions.
Let's do my favorite season.
You already
is
said fall.
You
Fall.
said fall. Okay.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already talked about
You
that.
just
We talked about
brushed on
yours.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
but then
kind
you
of
were
said
like,
me
we're
too.
the same for the same reasons.
So what
Well,
are
I
the
had
reasons,
more to
Steve?
add.
What's your favorite
but-
season, Steve?
I would say a mix between fall and winter.
Oh.
Mainly just for the aesthetics when you're walking through the old great forests of Michigan. You get the crazy colors of fall, like the oranges and the reds, and it's just like explosion. And then like when it's winter and you have like that first snow where all the snow like clings to the trees and stuff, and then you like go explore that.
That's so cool.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
But then you have to deal with like the cold, which I don't really mind.
And it's
But-
like a really, I don't know, like cozy time. I like being comfortable, and you just think of like Thanksgiving, and it's just like has like a warm
Mm-hmm.
feeling to it. Okay, you guys both
Yeah.
ask your favorites. I'm gonna ask one that I didn't think about yet. What is your favorite pastime, Dawson?
Favorite pastime?
You got free time. So you were gonna be doing something in the afternoon, and it gets canceled. What are you gonna do with your time?
I don't know, man. I'm a boring person.
Same.
Okay, this was a pretty
I
bad.
don't know. My favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, like my favorite thing to like do when it's like, I don't know, like when it's nice out is just drive around. Like I'll drive around with the windows down,
Yes.
playing music for
Yes.
hours on end.
Really? Wow. I've never done that before.
Really?
Yeah,
I do it all the time. I
I've
did
never
it.
enjoyed driving.
I did it like 2 days ago. I went and drove around for like 2.5 hours.
Really?
I
Yep.
love driving. I think it's
Well, I
very
guess-
like stress relieving in a way, and then also just super just chill. You're just with the windows open. With
Yeah,
the
you gotta do it on like back roads.
Yeah, and I don't trust that my car wouldn't
Yeah, that's true.
break down after
Buick's
2.5
kinda old.
hours of driving.
Dawson and I driving with our windows open is something relaxing, and with Steve driving is like prayer.
Well,
You
it's
hope
like
you
the
make
most
it.
relaxing drive you'll ever have.
It is
but
true,
it
it's a
might
smooth
just
ride.
break down.
It might be the last drive you ever.
It might be the last drive. Who knows?
It's always a mystery.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's one of my favorite things to do in my free time. For sure.
Steve,
Well,
you got a free afternoon.
In
What you
the-
doing?
scenario that you said, when something gets canceled, well, that sucks because I love when things are planned that you can like go and do stuff with people. I prefer doing that than
Steve's a
being on my
very
own.
organized boy. He was the one that we came for episode 1. No one had an idea, and he's like, guys, we really just need like some topics or like an idea of what we're going to talk about.
Well, it's good to know
Yeah,
what's coming.
You're definitely more organized than me. Continue.
But like, I don't know. I'm really boring. Like,
Yeah, you are.
I'll just play video games or something. Like, I would love to be out like
Following the beginning.
playing frisbee,
Bone
playing
roasted.
anything, like doing something with people. But people have jobs, people have lives, so you only have certain days that you can hang out with them.
You like going to swing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Swing is
swing dancing.
awesome. Swing dancing.
Any of our non-native West Michiganders, a big thing on this side of the state is swing dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So big groups get together downtown Grand Rapids and we party it up, swing dance. It's great.
The Grand Rapids Original Swing Society.
Please
Gross swing.
sponsor.
If you like normal swing, like West Coast or East Coast or something, going to Grand Rapids Original Swing Society is not for you.
Yeah, every
because
time
we do it wrong.
every time I go,
That's
Steve is just insane. He's really good.
Yeah, we do everything wrong, but that's okay. Like
But I'm good at it.
We've set records though, so
Yeah, we have. Like I took a dance class in high school, and then going from that and also doing swing is like crazy. It's just hilarious to go because nobody knows like any dance forms, and it's like totally chill because we're all sucking together and it's a
Yeah.
great time.
Wow, that's so emotional.
But then you do
We're
get
all
those people who are just like wizards, and you're like,
you're
okay.
like, well, okay, fine.
But then you get those white kids who like have no rhythm or anything. It's just like, it's like you want to laugh at them, but at the same time, it's like at least you're coming out and doing it. You know, like it's a fun time. I
Steve is
don't-
white, by the way.
I am very white. Yeah, I never excluded myself from that group. Okay.
Oh boy.
No, but you specified a group that was bad at dancing.
Anyway, moving on.
That's just
Okay, guys.
stereotypes
guys,
are based
get
in
back
fact.
On track. Get back on track. Whoa! For the first time in the entire podcast recording, Steve
What?
just clipped.
Steve just clipped.
I clipped.
For
No
the
way.
first time, you talked loud
Nuts.
enough that
Wow.
it clipped your audio.
I don't think I could do that. That's shocker.
It might have been because Dawson and I were talking, and your
Probably.
mic got some of our feed too.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was over here.
Nice hobbies. Nice pastimes.
What about you, John?
I was actually gonna say driving. I really do like driving, especially just summer, windows down. It's great. Obviously, I like making videos. Haven't had a ton of time recently to do it, but even just like looking up camera stuff, just learning more about that. And recently, it's been looking a lot into like how podcasts work.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really cool, just kind of learning about. I like technology. I have a very, as I said last week, kind of a love-hate relationship. If you don't know what we're talking about, listen to episode 1. We talked about social media a lot. But I like learning more about technology, especially like cameras and stuff like that. So that's mostly my pastime.
Yeah, I would also like to
Listening to
echo that.
music.
Like, one thing I like to do is watch YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
I would consider myself a YouTube nerd.
Who do you watch? Who do you watch?
anything-
Tim the Tap Man.
No.
Well,
Who
not
do you
really.
guys? Who do you watch?
Who do I watch? Oh, shoot, I don't remember what the actual name of your channel is called.
John Bomers.
Is it just John?
It's my name.
It's John Bomers?
Okay, but for real, yeah. Who do you listen
His
to? Or who do
Instagram
you-
is john.creative.
John.
Wow, that is creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Don't worry.
So what
I know.
what YouTubers do you watch? Because you realize,
All
Steve, you're like
kinds.
kind of on YouTube right now.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
For my fellow YouTubers.
Hey there. Hey there, YouTubers.
No, I like to watch historical videos like
Yeah, Steve
lots
watches.
of World War
Steve
II
will throw you
stuff.
for a loop, dude.
He watches cool videos.
Like,
Talking about gaming this whole time, I was totally planning on you just saying like watching some gamer YouTubers, and then you're like, yeah, like history and World
I mean,
War
I've
II.
watched some gamer YouTubers, but like, I prefer only watching the best. Like, I love,
only the best.
I love watching excellence in games. Like,
Dang, Steve is like shooting people down this podcast.
like I mean, that's like if I watch people playing a game and like I know that it can be played way better, and it's not for a comedic purpose, like I can't do it.
I got you.
Like
Okay.
I watch people play Rainbow Six Siege and they're like high diamond and stuff, and they're like really good, and it's like fun to watch them because they're just like wizards. But then like watching somebody who wasn't good at Rainbow Six Siege and wasn't making their video just for the point of it being like comedic, I just boring.
Okay, well, been going for an hour. I want to wrap up.
Really well.
Yeah, I'm cool if we go a bit over, but I just want to end with a little bit of a Q&A.
Get them
Get
questions.
them
Yeah.
questions. Thanks for
Yeah.
sending them in. Make sure you're following Oddio Show on Instagram. That's where we do the Q&As.
Yeah, don't we have like 200 followers?
Yeah, we
or
got
something?
200 or something followers. Thanks
That's
to everyone
crazy.
who
I don't even
checks us
know.
out.
If I have that many followers on my account.
Steve doesn't have Instagram.
I mean, yeah, but I used to.
Hey, Steve, do you have Instagram?
Yeah, but I used
But he has
to.
Facebook. He's Facebook, so
I
he's
do.
good.
Do
Okay,
I
anyway,
post? No.
Ethan asks, who is your focus or who is your target audience? I think we're kind of
I
shooting
would say
for
everyone.
everyone.
Anyone who's willing to listen.
We want it to be a very, I would say probably people kind of our age,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
young adults.
give or
sure.
take, but we want it to definitely be open
Yeah.
to kids younger than us. That's kind of like keeping it PG.
Or
We want it to be a
adults,
very
yeah.
approachable,
Wait, I am an
podcast.
adult.
but also
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. We're all technically adults here, but we also
Wild.
want it to be
I'm a
like
level 2 adult.
Steve's on episode 2.
I'm not quite level 3 yet.
Being
but
adult.
What is level 3? 25?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say our target audience is kind of whoever comes. It's
Yep.
if you like what you hear, it's for everybody. We're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
put
If you like-
put you in a box.
Just listening to people talk, which I do. Like, I watched one of my coworkers has a podcast, and it's just him and his 2 brothers, and it only has like 30 views or something on YouTube, like their episodes, but it's what I enjoy.
All right. Timmy asks, do you think kids these days are more involved in their social media lives than life itself?
Probably.
Yes.
Listen to episode 1 for that.
Yeah.
I think that's why he asked it,
Oh.
like
well,
based
then,
on.
yeah.
So thanks for listening to episode 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say yes. It's very sad, but I
Yeah.
do think yeah.
Yeah.
Not a ton more to say about that. I'd say yeah.
Mhm.
Jake asks, what recording equipment do you use?
That's a
stand-
question for you.
Stand back,
That's
boys.
that's a.
Bust them out.
Yeah,
What you
so
got?
I
I
just
feel like
have
it's
my-
a video you should make.
Should I
Oh,
make
yeah.
a video about it? I probably will. My last
Make a
YouTube
quick-
video, I announced
quick
the
tour.
podcast. Next video, I'll like kind of show you all about. But just to answer that, there was a bug crawling on my laptop, and I just wiped it and it smeared. Anyway,
Nice.
I just
Gross.
use my laptop. It's a Lenovo laptop using Audacity to record. We have plugged into that. I don't know how to say the company. Behringer, 4-channel XLR USB interface, and that goes to 4
Don't go that
microphones.
complicated.
Goes to 4 microphones. Those are NW800s. It's a pretty solid setup for if you're looking to start a podcast. Very decent price.
Yep.
And then to end, actually we might have a couple more. Different kind of question. Are you in the future going to have a camera? That would be sick. I'm guessing, do you mean that we'll make like a video version of this?
Yeah. Like for
Yeah.
Yeah.
showing us talk.
Oh,
We'll
that's
definitely-
Seth, by the way. Seth asked that.
We'll definitely have it for guests.
Didn't we talk about this in the first episode?
I think we just
Or
breezed
did
on
we
it a
talk
little
about
bit.
it while we weren't recording?
One of the two
I don't
for sure.
remember, but
don't
we'll
remember
definitely
either.
have it when we
Yeah.
have guests on.
And if this
Yeah.
becomes a big enough thing that we really want to get into it, we might.
Maybe it will be.
One of the reasons I didn't want to record video is I can kind of just get away without editing much of this podcast. I kind
Yeah.
of know if there's something I want to take away, I can kind of scrub through it, find it, take it away, keep moving. With video, obviously, I would have to be very
Yeah.
intentional about my editing. Not to mention, we would need a little bit nicer looking of a set than
Yeah.
2 fold-out tables in my
Yep.
room.
Not necessarily,
So-
but it
so
would be.
If
helpful.
if we get into this more, we might go that route. But definitely for guests, we want to
Yep.
at least incorporate whether it's the entire episode or just make a video and put it on the Oddio Show channel with the guests. There will be
Yeah.
video coming. Last question. How do I get a voice like Steve?
You don't.
You be born 21 years ago. The
Son of Tony.
son of Tony and
Son
Melinda.
of Tony.
Son of Tony. That's what you said last week. I'm Steve, son of Tony. Yeah. So unfortunately,
Yeah,
The
that's
Steve
kind of just a
voice.
luck thing.
Steve voice
Yeah.
was a limited edition.
It comes with its
1997 edition.
comes with its setbacks. Like you can't really
It's really easy to block
be
out.
loud.
He peaked the audio once. I think I've been peaking the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's good
Yeah.
things and bad things.
Good questions. Thank you all for contributing, asking those questions. I
Mhm.
think that's going to wrap it up. Anything you guys want to say before we do?
Tip your waiter / waitress.
Nope, nothing.
No life lessons for the listeners.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Stay in school if you can handle it. If not, get out.
At least finish high school though.
Finish high school.
Finish high school.
I'm
You don't have to go to
confident
college
say
though.
finish high school. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of the Oddio Show. Make sure you rate us 5 stars on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you are listening to this.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. Like the video, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.
Bye.
Goodbye.